Hi everyone, welcome to the mini masterclass on WhatsApp marketing, where I'm going to show you how you can leverage the official WhatsApp API powered by WhatChimp to send thousands of messages on WhatsApp without getting banned. And I can see some of the names who are already joining the call. So I can see Arav, Ayan, Kavya, Abel, Zoya, Aaron, Fatima, David, Rohan, Arjun, Chris, Vihan, Meera, Simran, Priya, Dhruv, Nawaz. Perfect. Okay, so I can see a lot of people have already joined the call, and I just need a quick acknowledgement from everyone that you all can hear me and see my screen so that I can be confident enough to get started with this presentation. Can you all just type yes in the chat? It should be on the right hand side of the screen. Just type yes so that I can get a quick acknowledgement from everyone. Perfect. Okay. Yes, I can see a lot of yes coming. Great. So, sounds like you all can hear me, you all can see my screen, and we're just going to get started with the presentation. And trust me, this is not going to be a PPT. I'm not going to take you through a long presentation. I'm actually going to show you the platform, how to leverage it, and the kind of advantages you will be getting with this. Okay, great. My name is Anant. I'm the founder of WhatChimp, and I'm going to give you a complete masterclass on how you can get started with WhatsApp marketing. It's one of the best channels right now for marketing because you get crazy open rate of 80%, which you don't get it on email marketing or SMS marketing or any other marketing channel that you might have used in the past. And the simple reason is that everything is regulated by Meta. There's only one company that regulates the entire platform. So the kind of results, the kind of open rates that you can get here, you cannot get it on email or SMS or any other channels, right? So today with us we have our co-host Gopu Shivshankaran. I would request Gopu to unmute yourself and give a quick introduction because he's the one who's going to speak on behalf of you, and all your question is going to be asked by Gopu.
Hey, thanks, Anand. Hi, everyone. It's great to have you over here. My name is Gopu Shivashankaran, and I'm the head of sales with WhatChimp. So I'll be a co-host for today's meeting, and my role for today is just to bombard a lot of questions on behalf of you to Anand, so that he covers all the features and its benefits in one single meeting. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I've been talking to a lot of businesses around. In fact, more than 500 businesses personally, and I have understood most of the challenges that these guys have faced, like businesses such as e-commerce or real estate, or even a jewelry store or a B2B startup. I know the pain points and the challenges that we have faced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask those questions which has been regularly asked during these meetings, and I'm going to ensure that Anand covers all these questions during the part of this meeting. I'm also going to pick up randomly questions which has been asked by all the panel members over here during the course of webining. And apart from this, uh, I also have a bunch of team members, the support team members, who will be taking these questions on the chat itself. So yeah, thank you so much again. Let's get started.
Great, great, perfect. And while we are making sure that this presentation, this entire walkthrough is going to be super simple and beginners friendly, we will also make sure that for those guys who have already used an API in the past, I'm going to be discussing how you can cut down your cut down the commission that you're paying on Meta API fees, and how you can implement some of the best chatbots for your system. So if you're one of those savvy people, I'm going to make sure that I cover all those things that you're looking for, right? So it's going to be beginner friendly, but at the same time, I'm going to cover pretty much everything that you as someone who's already using any other API can get benefit out of this call, right? So let's get started with this, right? And I'm just going to quickly take you through the agenda for today, right? And we'll just stick to the agenda. The presentation is super short. I'll just close the PPT and then I'll take you through the platform, show you all the features and how what are the best practices, how you can leverage it for your business. So let's just get started, right? So the agenda for today's call will be number one, we'll discuss what are the challenges that you would be facing with your regular WhatsApp, or if you're already using any other official API. So even if you use any other competitor of WhatChimp, I'm going to show you things that you're missing out, and places where you're paying a hefty commission on conversation fees and how you can cut it down, right? So it's going to be super beginners friendly, but it's also going to benefit those guys who are already using an API provider right now. Second is I'm going to take you through the eligibility criteria of API. So what makes your business eligible to get a WhatsApp API? It's going to be a quick checklist that I'm going to take you through, and then we'll jump straight into platform walkthrough. So I'm going to show you all the features that you will get inside of WhatChimp and how you can leverage for your business. And fourth, we'll get into the pricing details. We'll discuss about the conversation fees that Meta charges. And there are some good news that Meta, after November 2025, has made service conversation absolutely free. So I'm going to show you how you can take the advantage and all sort of benefits that Meta is giving directly to the people who are leveraging their API. So it's going to be super insightful session for those who have never used WhatsApp marketing in the past, and the ones who are already using any other API provider. Perfect. So let's discuss about the challenges first, right? What are the challenges that you're facing if you're using your current WhatsApp? Because see, if you've joined this call, you already know that most of your customers are already on WhatsApp, but you're not able to leverage this as your best sales tool, right? But imagine if you could actually do it. Like, people were already leveraging emails, which used to be a primary conversation channel in the West. But if you talk about countries like India, and there are many such countries, right? All the Middle East countries, those people still use WhatsApp for their day-to-day conversation. And if you could reach out to those people on WhatsApp and have your sales team to talk to them, convert them from there, you can get the best ROI for your business, right? So let's look at the challenges that you have with your regular WhatsApp, or if you have WhatsApp business, right? Number one, you're stuck replying to every message yourself, because when you're using the regular WhatsApp or the business API, there is no way you can delegate that number to your team members, right? So I'm going to show you how you can use WhatChimp's live chat dashboard and delegate a single number to every single person in your company, to all the agents in your company or all the employees in your company, to handle a customer query for all your departments. You don't need 5 or 10 numbers for like multiple different things. You can have just one number, and if somebody wants to talk to support or sales or any other department, you can absolutely do that with a single number, and all your team members can just chat with your customers, right? I'm going to show you that. Second is, you're afraid to share your team's number with your clients, or vice versa. You don't want to give your client's phone number to your team, because what if they privately reach out to your clients, right? Or what if they sell your data, or what if they steal any of your sensitive information? How would you protect that, right? That is one of the biggest challenge most of the business owner have when you talk about WhatsApp. So I'm going to show you how you can mask your number from your agents. So agents can talk to your customers, right? They will know everything that they should know about that customer, but they will not know their number. They will not be able to see all the sensitive information about your customer. How cool would that be, right? So they can offer a world class support on WhatsApp without being able to see their number. They can still see their names and other things that you want them to see, but they cannot see their number so that they can approach them privately. Now, the third problem that you might have faced if you were ever using the unofficial channels to broadcast is whenever you send promotional messages on WhatsApp, your number gets banned. This is one of the biggest problem when it comes to WhatsApp marketing. But when you use the official API, all these problems are absolutely solved because WhatChimp, us, we are the Meta business partners, right? So we are compliant with all the rules and regulations of Meta and WhatsApp. And whenever you're sending thousands or hundreds of thousands of messages on WhatsApp, right, you can be 100% assured that your number is not going to be banned for doing so. Fourth is, even if you send bulk message, even if you figured out, or maybe you were using some official API already, you have broadcasted to, let's say, thousands of people, but you're not getting results that you were expecting. You thought that if I could send messages to thousands of people, I would get crazy open rate, crazy amount of sales, but that's not happening with you. So I'm going to talk about some of the best practices so that you can get the best result with your broadcasting, right? The WhatsApp is very new in the market. A lot of people have just started learning it and they still don't know that they think that broadcasting is just everything to get results. But that's not actually true. And I'm going to show you some of the best insights that are actually giving our business really good results. In fact, we are using WhatChimp for our own businesses. We own multiple SaaS company and we use it for all our businesses. And I'm going to show you how we leverage this kind of technology for our business to get crazy open rates and conversion for our business, right? Now, let's talk about some of the other challenges. You're wasting hours on bad leads. When you get inquiries, you try to chat with them, you try to ask their questions, and after chatting with them for like 15 or 30 minutes, you have realized that this lead was not even qualified to buy your product. Maybe they had a budget issue, maybe they do not belong to the industry you serve. They are just a bad fit, right? But what if we could set up an automation where the automation could qualify the lead before they even come to your sales team or they come to you, right? You can save hours of time, right? If you're spending 30 minutes on a single lead to answer these kind of questions, you can save hundreds of hours in your business to automate everything. In fact, we do that for our own business. So if somebody comes for WhatChimp and we had to qualify them whether they are eligible for the API, we have set up an end-to-end automation which asks all the right questions and qualify. And in fact, I'm not going to keep it a secret. I will show you the chatbot that we are internally using so that you can just steal the automation that we have for our business, right? I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm going to show you the exact chatbot that we are using for our business. Now, the next thing that I want to show you is following up with your leads. What if you were chatting with your leads, they already showed interest, but the conversion only happens when you follow up with them. And if your sales team had to manually follow up with them, imagine the amount of time that it'll consume, the amount of manual effort it takes, the kind of human error that they can make. But what if you could automate all these things? What if you know that this lead is a qualified lead, but have still not taken the action you were expecting, whether it is buying your product or applying for something or making a right kind of inquiry? You could just automate the entire follow up system with a chatbot. I'm going to actually show you how we have built it, right? So it's going to be a very insightful session. I want you to stay till the very end because the chatbot is going to be the most insightful session for today, right? Which not a lot of people who are doing masterclass on WhatsApp actually show you. So I'm going to show you the chatbots that we are using for our business, right? Next is, you're creating chaotic WhatsApp group, right? Like for every new client, you're creating a new group and you're assigning your team members and then the client on that group. so that your team member can chat with them, right? And you want to be monitoring whatever they are chatting with them. But what if we give you a system where you could allow your team members to like chat with your client, and while they can only see the clients that they have been assigned, you get a view to see all the chats that are happening, right? You get a master access to see all the incoming conversations, all the team members who are assigned to those chats, what are they talking with your customer, everything, without you having to create a WhatsApp group. I'm going to be talking about that, right? Now you're sending brochures or your service catalog on WhatsApp and it goes unread. Nobody likes to read PDF. So how can you send your service catalog or brochure or whatever it is on WhatsApp that gets the right kind of engagement, the right kind of interaction that you're looking for, is something I'm going to be discussing today. And ninth problem, this is the last problem, but not the least, you're someone who's already using an official API, but paying a hefty conversation fees right now for a single message that they are sending. And that actually happens because the BSPs right now, the business service partners right now in the market, they put a markup on every conversation fees, which means Meta charge a fees for every conversation, but it is not that expensive as what you're paying right now for each conversation, right? The only reason why you're paying such a hefty conversation fees is because they are putting a markup. But what if we give you a direct access to Meta so that we do not come as a mediator between you and Meta, and you can just directly pay to Meta, right? So you're not paying commissions which go up to 30 to 35%, right? This is like, I mean, I have had hundreds of clients who told us that after we switch from our existing platform to WhatChimp, we are saving almost four times that they were spending on the other platform. So I'm going to be showing how you can cut down your cost with WhatChimp. Cool. So I've discussed all the challenges, and I know most of you guys, most of the business owner can actually relate to one of these problems, right? If you think that you can relate to any of these problems that I've discussed right now, just type yes in the chat. Just type yes if you can relate to the challenges that I've just discussed right now. Okay. Parth said yes. Samir, Rehan, Yash. Great, great. I'm getting a lot of yes. And this is the truth, right?
So,
In fact,
and then sorry to cut you off. I guess a lot of people have joined later on. Just to give you a heads up, guys, we've not yet started. We've just been like 5 to 10 minutes of starting this meeting. So you did not miss out on anything.
great. Yep, yep. So what I was telling you is all those business owner who have joined the call today, you should be able to relate to all these problems, because there was a point that I as a business owner could relate to all of it, right? So whatever I'm going to show you today is something that I've implemented myself on our business. So as a business owner, I can truly relate to the kind of problems that you might be facing, and I'm going to show you some of the actionable steps that you can take to solve these challenges in your business, right? Okay, great. So we have discussed about the challenges. Now let's talk about the API prerequisite. What makes your business eligible for the API? And then we are going to quickly jump into the platform and show you all the features, right? And this is what you're waiting for. So the eligibility criteria is that, number one, you need to have a phone number that's not already registered with WhatsApp. What does it mean? It means you need to get a WhatsApp, you need to get a number that's never that's not installed on WhatsApp. If it is already there on WhatsApp, then you have to go and delete your WhatsApp account. I'm not talking about uninstalling your WhatsApp, I'm asking about deleting your WhatsApp account permanently. Or my suggestion would be, you rather buy a new number, and it could be any number. It needs not to be a virtual number or a special kind of a number. You can just walk into any store, like just any store nearby you and buy a new number. That's it, right? And you can use that number to connect with API. A lot of people think that does it need to be like a special virtual number? No, nothing like that. Just buy any number. You just need that number to get an OTP on the phone. That's it. And if you want to connect your existing number, then yes, you'll have to delete your WhatsApp account completely. You will lose all the chats and conversation, and then you can connect with WhatsApp API. Second is you need a business proof. It could be a MSME certificate, GST certificate, like any sort of certificate that proves that your company is incorporated, right? And third, now this is only for the Indian businesses. So for all the Indian businesses, you would need a GST certificate, right? If you don't have a GST certificate, you won't be able to pay for the conversation fees to Meta. In fact, we tried reaching out to Meta on behalf of a lot of you guys who don't have a GST numbers. But what we heard from Meta is that if you're doing a business in India, you need a GST certificate to be able to send bulk messages. You can always receive incoming messages, build a chatbot for yourself, but you cannot send messages until and unless you don't have a GST certificate in India. Now, this is only for the Indian businesses who have joined the call today, right? If you're not from India, you don't even have to think about this, right? So what you need is phone number, business proof, and for all the Indian businesses, you need a GST certificate. That is the most important criteria to get official API. If you have all of these, how much time will it take you to set up and get started with it? Hardly half an hour to you can say an hour to set up your account, right? If you're like very new to this, and if you've already used WhatsApp API in the past, I would say hardly 10 to 15 minutes to migrate from your existing API to WhatsApp to WhatChimp API. Right? So it's pretty easy to set it up.
Anand, I'm getting a lot of questions regarding if the
Mm-hmm.
GST certificate is something mandate from our end. So just to confirm, guys, it's not a mandate from our end. It is completely uh, it- it's a meta mandate and not from WhatChimp's mandate. In fact, like what Anand explained to you, we did reach out to them, and I would want to sh quickly show you our conversation that we had with Meta. Uh,
No,
Anand, can
I can,
I?
yeah,
You,
yeah, I can actually open it to show you the conversation. Just give me a second. One second.
I do want to stress on that because you know a lot of the unofficial channel partners or unofficial companies that are providing these, they might come to you and they might tell you that you know they can onboard you without GST, but you know I don't think so. That's something possible because it can be either they're using multiple numbers, and that's not something that you guys can scale up, you know, on a long-term basis.
So you can check it out. Gopu actually reached out to everyone who said, they want a API without a GST number. We sent a message on all your behalf. And this is what Meta replied to us. You can check this out. Thank you for contacting Meta. I understand that you need assistance with GST, but a GST ID is required to use WhatsApp Business Platform. But this is only for Indian business, and there are no exemption to this. So, I mean, we are really sorry if you don't have a GST certificate. We cannot help you. Yeah, the only thing you can do is you can use this as a customer service platform where you can always reply to the incoming queries. You can build a chatbot that can handle all the incoming queries, because whenever somebody sends you a message, you can always reply back to them in the next 24 hours. You don't get billed for it, right? So that's absolutely free, and that you can do it without a GST certificate as well. But if you want to broadcast to the people, that's where you need to get a GST certificate so that you can pay for the conversation fees, all the outbound messages you're sending. Yep. So yeah, let me just get back to my tab. Yeah. Is there any other question?
No, nothing
Great.
much. I guess the team
All
is
right.
taking care of it, so we can continue.
Great. So if this is pretty clear, you have a GST certificate if you're an Indian business. If you're not an Indian business, you don't even have to think about, what I'm talking about, right? So let's get started with the platform walkthrough. Right? I'm going to show you how you can leverage the platform for your business. So what I've planned for today is three core features which will solve most of your problem for your business. Number one, multi-agent live chat. Like I told you in the beginning of the call, that multi-agent live chat will allow you to delegate one number to everyone in your team from different departments, right? And they can, like, if a customer is reaching out to the sales, the chat can get assigned to the sales team. And then if they want to pass it to the support team, if they want to pass it to the marketing team or any other different department, they can absolutely do that with a one single number. You don't need to buy 5, 10 different number. And this is one of the biggest problem if you have a regular WhatsApp, right? So, and the second thing is how you can mask your number so that your customer cannot your team members cannot see your customer's number. Second is going to be bulk broadcasting, which is where I'm going to discuss how you can send not 100 but thousands or hundred of thousands of messages on WhatsApp. In fact, I'll take you through one of our clients account who is sending like thousands of messages right now and getting an open rate of more than 80%, which you cannot get it on any other platform, right? So we are going to take you through that. Third is the chatbot builder, which I want you to see till the very end, because you might have been to a lot of, maybe a lot of other master classes in the past, but you have not realized the true power of chatbot builder and how easy it is for you as a business owner to build that. What if someone can actually teach you how you can build this without any technical knowledge, without any coding knowledge? I'm going to do it today for you, because I have personally built all these chatbots myself for WhatChimp. So there's no best person to actually show you how chatbot works and how you can um, you know really practically use these chatbots in your business, right? That's my mission to show you. So cool, we have discussed about the all these pointers, and I'm going to take you through exact same flow. Now before I take you to the platform, I want to tell you a lot of businesses today, they claim that they are meta business partners. But how can you find out whether whatever they are claiming is the truth or not? Because anyone can come and say, hey, we are the meta business partner. When you send a message with us, you will not be banned. But the only way you can find this out is go to Meta Business Partner Directory. This is facebook.com/business/partner dash directory. This is the link where you can go. Now, let me just take you to the link. This is the exact link where you can go and search for a company, whether whatever they are claiming is true or not. And before I take you to the platform, it is my responsibility to show you whether you can trust WhatChimp or not. So if you see over here on the business partner directory, when you search for WhatChimp, right, you can see this blue badge, right? It says Meta Business Partner, which means we are verified Meta Business Partner, right? We have direct access to Meta's team. So whenever you're stuck, you have any problem, your number have any sort of issues, we can reach out to Meta on your behalf, just like how I showed you right now. As a business partner, we are compliant with all their regulations, policies, laws to make sure that your number never gets banned when you're sending bulk WhatsApp messages, right? So yes, like that's the way to find out if a company claims that we are Meta business partner, whether it is truth or not. Go to facebook.com/business/partner dash directory and go and search yourself whether WhatChimp is a Meta business partner or not, right? So you can check everything over here. Great. Now that I've shown you, I'm going to take you to the platform to actually give you the walkthrough of the platform. Now this is what you have been waiting for, all this while. So let me take you to the dashboard. Can you all see my screen? Great.
Yes.
So great. So over here, you can see you get a quick analytics of all the broadcasting campaigns you have launched, all the chatbots you have created, pretty much everything. Like this is a place where you can get analytics for all those things you're doing, right? But before getting into this, I want to show you the a place where you can actually go ahead and connect your number, right? Since we are a Meta business partner, it takes hardly 15 minutes to connect. I think less than 15 minutes to connect number, right? It's just a one click on the connect account, and you get your number connected. And you know the best part, when you use the official API, uh, when you and when you send a message to your customer, instead of them seeing your number, they actually see your business name, right? They don't even have to save your number. How cool is this, right? You could actually send any message to your customer and they will recognize that, okay, I know this business because I know this name, right? So if you see, like here, there's a number name called as WhatChimp, right? So when I send you a message, even if you have not saved my number, you will see WhatChimp has sent you a message, right? So you can do something like this when you use the official API. Now let's just get into the
Anand,
live.
I'm
Mhm.
getting a lot of questions regarding the green tick. Could
Okay.
you please elaborate more on that? The difference between the name which will be displayed when you send out, and what is the difference when you get actually a green tick to your
Okay,
WhatsApp?
guys. So let me let me tell you the truth. There's no difference. There's actually no difference between getting a green tick and not having a green tick, right? I mean, a lot of people think that if I have a green tick, I get lots of advantages. I can do all these things. I can broadcast to so many people, but there's nothing like that. Like, there's no special advantage that you get when you get a green tick. It's just a badge that gives you more credibility, gives a credibility to your business that this business is a verified business by Meta. That's it. But all those things that I mentioned, which is broadcasting, building a chatbot, and your name actually appearing on someone's chat, all of that would happen even without a green tick. Now you might be thinking that, does that mean that WhatChimp does not offer a green tick? Absolutely not. We do offer green tick, and in fact, it's not us who are offering green tick. A lot of companies I've seen who claim that they will get you the green tick. No, this is totally up to Meta. If your business is eligible to get a green tick, you will 100% get a green tick, right? So we as Meta business partner do not have that control to get you a green tick, but what we can do is we can help you apply for it, and this is pretty simple to do it. Like there are companies who like claim that, hey, we'll charge 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, and a lot for getting a green tick. But you know what? If you have an official API, you can apply for it absolutely free. You just need to have a PR done for your business. So basically, whoever is charging for service like this to get you a green tick, they are basically a PR company who are helping you get a PR done. Once you have your PR done, you apply for a green tick, and you will immediately get a green tick from Meta. So just to give you the show you how it works, is that, for example, if you see, this is a number, this is one of the number, and if I want a green tick for this number, all I have to do is get PR done for my business. And then you see this, under this Meta portal, I can just submit a request to get a green tick, right? And it's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for this. So just click on submit request. It'll ask you for your website, your country of operations, all those things. You put your links and apply for it. And if Meta thinks you're eligible, give you the green tick, right? So it's absolutely free for you to apply. You just need to have a PR done for your business. Great. So I hope I was able to answer this question. Now I'll get into the live chat right now.
And then
So
one more question, before we
okay.
move on. A lot of people are asking about the multiple numbers that we have. Can you just give them a clarity on this?
Oh yeah. So if you have multiple businesses, let's say one business is XYZ, another business is ABC. So you can connect multiple businesses. In fact, I'm going to show you inside live chat how you can maintain live chat for different numbers. Again, so no more hassle of having different login credentials or like different accounts for different numbers. You could connect multiple numbers under a single account, and like you can switch between all these numbers for all your companies, or maybe for a single company, you for different departments you want different numbers, right? So you can connect all those number in a single dashboard and like switch between them, assign it to different agents. Like you can assign X number to agent A and Y number to agent B. So you have that level of granular control on assigning the numbers, right? And in fact, I'm going to show you that. Like, so when I move to this live chat, this is the very first thing I'll show you. Cool. Can I move to the live chat? Any more questions?
No, I guess we're good to go.
Great. So since you asked me this question, I'm gonna take this as the first thing that I want to show you. So like Gopu asked me that can I have multiple number? You can switch between multiple numbers over here, as you can see, right? You see that? So my live chat is currently for this number, WhatChimp by Grow Me Organic. But if I have a different business and I want to switch my chat to my different number, I can absolutely do that. The moment I do this, all the conversations and chats and everything is going to change, right? So, okay. So now if you see the dashboard, it looks pretty much similar to your WhatsApp desktop app. In fact, it is very mobile responsive as well. So even if you open this in your phone, your agents can chat with your customers from their phone itself, right? It's a very mobile responsive application. So you don't have to worry about that. Can I only access this via desktop? No, you can access it via phone as well. Great. So if you see over here, you can see all the chats. I can see all the chats. If I have to reply to this person, by the way, this is my own number. So if I send a message, you can see I can send a message over here. And if I want to receive any message, I will, let's say, let me send a message to myself. Okay. So, so I'm going to send a message to myself from my number. Hi. And you can see real time, you will get all the replies over here. In fact, I want to reply to this number like this. What's up? I can do that, right? So it's pretty much like your WhatsApp desktop, and every single feature that you have on your WhatsApp, you get it over here. Whether it is attaching a PDF or image or a file, you get all those things over here. It's very similar to your regular WhatsApp and your desktop app. In fact, if you want to send a voice note, you see this, you can record an audio and you can send a voice note, which is going to look very similar to how you press the button and send a voice recording to your customers. It's exactly the same. Now, what else do you get with WhatChimp that you would not get inside your regular WhatsApp? Number one is AI integration. So let's say your team is not really good with their comms skill, and you want to double check every time they reply to your customer, they make sure the grammar and everything is perfect, right? So just allow them to reply whatever they want, and it can be a broken English, broken grammar, absolutely fine. Let's say if I'm writing, hey, how are you, right? I can write it on my language. I can express my thoughts however I want in broken language, in broken English, if I'm not really good with English. And then the AI is going to rewrite this message for you. So you see, it's written in a very professional way, right? And then you can send the message to the customer. Absolutely. Now, if you're already replying to some of the frequently asked questions, one of the best practice you can do is save all those replies, right? Why to answer the same thing when you can create a process for yourself? So what you can do over here is just check this out, right? So this is canned responses, right? So over here, what you can do is you can create some of the canned responses. So like if somebody has a question with onboarding help or support reply, what we have done is already created some of the saved responses. And in fact, you can go and create new responses for your team. And then anytime your support team has to reply to some of the frequently asked questions, they can do that. And if you see, I have something over here which is lead user first name. So I'm actually using some variables over here. But the moment I send this message, this will change this to the name of the person. So the name of the person is Anant, and it's just gonna change it to that, right? So how cool is this, right? For a lot of your use case, you can create these kind of templates for your business, and it'll just cut down a lot of your time on replying to the frequently asked support queries, right? Now, the next thing I want to show you is you being able to assign this to multiple agents. Let's say somebody reaches out to you and then the chat gets automatically assigned to one team member, which is from support, right? And by the way, you can do all of this on automation. Your automation can decide whom does it want to assign this chat to. Shall it be assigned to the demo user, or to the to the support department, to the sales department, to the finance department? It can smartly decide it. And once it gets assigned to someone, and if they want to pass on the chat to other team member, they can absolutely do it from here. You see, if I want to like assign this to someone else, I just need to like assign this to a agent, right? Now, here you can see we have something called as labels, which allows you to filter your chats really well. Because let's say I'm talking to this and I know that this person is interested in my product, so he can be a potential customer, right? So I can maybe type it as interested in demo or interested in product. I can apply this kind of a label. Let's say I want to apply this kind of a label, and then if in future I want to find all those people who were interested in demo, it is pretty handy for me to just filter out those people. Or maybe let's say we need more information from the customer, or we need to follow up with the customer. Anything can happen, right, when you're chatting with these guys. So you can assign these labels to them manually and on automation, right? So the automation part I'm going to show you later in the chatbot. But if you have to manually assign this is how you do it. And then if I have to like filter out everyone who has the label interested in demo, I'm just going to click on this, and this will pull up all the chats. You can see all those people who are interested in demo. I can see over here everyone is going to have this label interested in demo. See, all these people, they all have the chat interested in demo. So let me just take it out. Great. So yeah, this is your personal inbox, right? This, as an agent, you will be able to see only the chats that is assigned to you. But if a agent is given a permission, they can see all the conversations as well. Because right now I can only see the chats that are being assigned to me. But if I want my agent to also be able to see all the all the chats, like every single chat that exists, he can do that as well. Or maybe you as an admin who want to see all the chats, right? You can do that. So how do you do this? Go to all chats, and this is where you can see all the chats. You see all those chats that are there, I can see over here, right? And then I have more sections like unread, archive, blocked, and resolved. So whenever you can treat this like a support ticket, whenever you see that, okay, I've solved the problem for this customer, or I've closed him as a client, just click on the double tick. It'll resolve the conversation, put it under resolved, and you have closed the client. How cool is this, right? So you can pretty much decide that what do you want your agents to be able to see, right? Do you want them to be able to see the all chats? If not, just take out that permission. Do you want them to be able to see this number along with the other number? You can do that. Do you want to only allow them to a single number? You can do that as well. Now, I want to show you one more interesting thing. I can actually also hide the customer's number. So if you see on the top, I, as an agent, do not have a permission to see the number of the customer. This is called as masking, and nobody can steal your sensitive information if you have done something like this. But what if I want that my support team should be able to see some of the information about the customer, right? They at least should be able to see, let's say, what is the email of the customer, or the country, or the first name. Like, you can literally decide what you want them to be able to see. Do you see all these things like gender, industry, everything, can be seen like a CRM on the right hand side, so that your support team knows everything that they should know about the customer, rather than all your sensitive information, to offer the best class support to them, right? Now, if you can see over here, besides the label which I already showed you, you can assign message sequence, which I will actually cover in the chatbot. How you can create message sequence so that you can follow up, right? If you lost the conversation in middle, and then after 24 hours you want to automate the follow up, after a day, after a week, after a month, you want to automatically follow up with these leads, you can just assign them to any message sequence and let the chatbot take care of the rest, right? So I'm actually going to show you this inside of the chatbot. Now you can treat it like a complete CRM because you can store notes about your lead. So you can store pretty much everything about the lead, that this customer is interested in the product, he have paid the amount, or maybe he's not interested. You can create more notes so that the other agents can always see that, okay, you know these are the things, these are the history about the conversation, and they can make decision accordingly. Let's say if a call has been conducted with this person, they can you can just type out, right, call conducted. So it's going to be easier for you to, for your agents to find out what exactly has happened in the past, right? You see, these are the things which has happened and who did that activity. So I can see the demo user, my current account name is demo user, at this time has done that, right? So you will be able to do all these things when you have a CRM like this, right? Now here you can see
Anand,
this.
is there any limitations on how many labels or how many custom fields that we can create?
Okay, it's a good question. So what Gopo is asking is that the labels that you saw, like attend meeting, callbacks, customers, right, all these labels, is there a limitation? And the answer is no. You can create unlimited labels, labels as you want, so that you can segment your audience really well. In fact, a lot of our competitor does that. They put a limit of 10 labels or 20 labels in a given package. But with a basic package of WhatChimp, you get unlimited labels, so you can assign as many labels as you want. Sorry, I'm just losing my voice. Sorry. Yeah. So I've answered this question. Now I also want to show you something very interesting. Let's say your team is talking to the agents, sorry, your team is talking to your customers, and they want to immediately message them, right? So how they can save their number is just click on the plus button, write the name of your customer, write the phone number, and send a message immediately to them. You don't have to go through the hassle of importing the contacts manually and then like creating a new conversation. No, you don't have to go through this. So yeah, and then if you want to follow up with your customer, you can create a follow up reminder for yourself. Let's say if you want to follow up with them after an hour, after 24 hours. So here you can create those kind of reminders for yourself, right? And it will remind you, let's say after an hour, it will remind you that you have to follow up with Anand or whoever the customer is. So I think I have covered pretty much everything about live chat, and it solves a lot of problem that we discussed, right? Your team members cannot see your customers number. You can delegate a number to multiple departments under a single company. You can connect multiple numbers if you want to, right? You can create chatbots that we are going to be discussing in the future. But if anyone has questions about this particular feature, right, the live chat, you can ask me. It could be about your use case, about anything which I've not covered right now. Gopu, so you can take some of the questions from the chat, and I'll be
Um,
happy to answer.
Frequently asked is question is about, does WhatChimp provide the virtual numbers or the phone numbers?
And the answer is no. We do not provide virtual number. To some what Meta users, Meta itself will provide you virtual numbers, but please note that as of today, they are only providing US virtual numbers. They might introduce virtual numbers for other countries as well, maybe for India, for Dubai, for all other countries. But as of now, Meta itself provide a virtual number which is absolutely free. You don't have to pay for it. But for some Meta user, they might not provide the number. It totally depends on your Meta account. But what I recommend is, instead of getting a virtual number, you rather buy a permanent number, right? You buy a physical SIM, because what will happen if you want to like migrate from one platform to the other platform, or maybe you want to make a call with that number, right? So you lose that number the moment you stop paying for the subscription of a virtual number. you lose that number. So my recommendation is go to any physical store and buy a real phone number for your business.
Um,
I hope
Great.
I was able to do this. Yeah.
Yes, great. And I do have a lot of questions regarding the chatbot,
Mhm.
regarding the sequence and the chatbots. That is something I guess you will cover later. But one of the question I want to ask you is, if the chatbot is live and the bot is answering all the questions, and if the human takes over it, how can they stop the bot responses?
Yeah, this is a good question. So, like many times, you want your your agents to talk to the customer rather than your chatbots, and you want to like turn off the chatbot so that it does not, act weird while you're talking to the customer. So what you can do is it's a very handy button on the top right. Just click on pause bot reply, and it should stop your chatbot that you have built, right? And in fact, since you asked me this question, I'm going to also show you that you can also unsubscribe someone so that whenever you're broadcasting in the future, it'll not send messages to these people, because like some of your customers might get frustrated. They might say, hey, please don't spam me, please don't send me messages on WhatsApp. So just unsubscribe them, and the next time you're broadcasting, the messages will not be delivered to the people whom you have unsubscribed, right? So you can do all of that from here.
Great,
Perfect. Any
great.
more questions?
No, most of the questions has been taken care by the team. Just before we move to the next segment, can you also show them uh, the alarm feature that we have, where we can, go ahead and uh, set up a reminder? That's something which we
Yes,
didn't
so
cover.
this is something I've already covered, but just to show you again, you can pick a time or date and time in future where you can put a reminder for yourself that hey, I have to follow up with this lead, right? So just put a date, time, right? Let's say I want to follow up with this guy on 24th, right? So I can absolutely do that, and and this system, the CRM, is going to send a notification to you that you know you need to follow up with this person, so you can create like reminders for yourself through this.
Great.
Any more questions?
Cool. No. One last question. A
Mhm.
lot of people asking if we have an app. I guess you did cover, but if you can, quickly brief about the mobile responsiveness, it'll be great.
Yeah, so the thing is that there are people who might want to respond to all these chats from phone. So what I covered in the beginning is that this is very mobile responsive, right? So if you want to log in to the website from your phone and respond to all these query, or if your agents wants to do that, they can absolutely do that. They don't need a desktop app if you know you want to reply to all these query from your phone. In fact, Gopu and us, we have been using the mobile app, the mobile version of this platform from a very long time. We have been responding to some of the tickets on our own as well. So it's pretty handy, pretty easy to do that from your phone. It's like on the go. You can just reply to any query that you want to reply. Great.
Cool.
Any more questions?
No,
If there
let's
are
go
like
ahead.
some some questions which are unanswered, please note that we are going to give you a way to reach out to the expert, right? So you can get a dedicated call from our expert, and I'm going to show you a way how you can reach out. Just stay with me, right? And so some of the questions which are very like specific to your business, we might not be able to pick up those questions as of now, but don't worry, we're going to give you the number, the way to like reach out to our experts, and you can ask whatever question that you have for your business. Sounds good. Shall I move to the broadcasting?
Yeah.
Great. So now what I want to show you is how you can broadcast, and it's pretty simple. You first need to import your subscriber list, right? First of all these incoming conversation, they gets created as a subscriber already, right? So any incoming chat, any incoming message, they become a new subscriber in your database already. But what if you already have a database of few clients, right, that you have interacted in the past, and you want to import all these inside WhatChimp? It's pretty easy to do that. So just go to something called as subscriber manager. Let me quickly open it. Okay, I just opened something else. That's the bot manager. Yeah. So over here you can see I can import all my subscriber with a CSV file or a Google spreadsheet. So all I need to do is click on this import subscriber, and you might have an Excel, and you can export this as a CSV and import it over here. Or we have a native integration with the Google spreadsheet. So you connect WhatChimp with Google spreadsheet, and you can import your entire database, your contact list from there. It's very simple to do that. Just import the contacts and map everything. Now, some of you might think that might be thinking that can I also import other fields like the name, country, that are just beyond name and number, and you can absolutely do that. And those are called as custom fields, right? So before I show you how you import it, I'm going to take you to the custom fields, and that's where you can see I've created custom fields like city, gender, website, company size, name. You can create as many, like just click on create and you can just create as many. So these are the custom fields that gets created, and while you're importing these contacts along with the name and number, you can import all these custom fields as well. You can import email, gender, country, whatever you want. So it becomes like your CRM, right, which has everything about your customer. And can it be only imported via CSV? No, it can also be imported via API. So for all the tech savvy people who who are maybe using who have their own technology, and they want to be able to import the subscriber here with API, you can absolutely do that. We have API endpoints for pretty much everything that you want to do, whether it's sending messages, importing it. So I'm gonna take you through that. Don't worry about it. So the subscribers can be imported via CSV, Google spreadsheet, APIs. Now API is not for everyone. If you don't know about API, I don't want to even comment about it. CSV and spreadsheet is just very simple to do. Now, while you're importing the contacts, you can use something called as label, so that if let's say my database is coming from Facebook ads, right? I want to categorize these people as Facebook ads, so that whenever I'm broadcasting to these people, I can be sure that okay, I'm only broadcasting to my Facebook leads. I don't want to broadcast to everyone. I only want to broadcast to just Facebook leads. So I can just select okay, everyone who came as a Facebook lead or who came as a webinar lead, I just want to broadcast to those people, right? So you can do something like this. Oh yeah. Once you import everyone, you get everything about your customers. For example, I want to see, what are the details I've collected, right? So let me actually show you one contact. We have more information, so you can see you can get their emails, you can get their number, all the labels that are applied to them already. You can get more informations that you have collected. So there is no custom field that we have collected here for this client. That's why you cannot see this. But let's say we collected something like industry, country, GST, company size. So all that information you can see over here. It's like your CRM. And do you want to like export that all that information? You can absolutely do that. Everything, like all the custom fields and everything, can be exported with download all CSV. You want to you want to apply some bulk operation. Let's say I want to delete all the contacts, I want to assign them to a sequence, I want to assign these guys a label. Absolutely, you can do that from here. It's like your CRM, right? You want to filter these contacts, let's say by label. So everyone who requested a callback, let's just find those people, right? Or everyone who is have gone through eligibility test, let's find those people. You can do something like that. Or if you want to check everyone who's subscribed or unsubscribed, everyone who've gone through any messaging sequence, you can filter these people. And then if you want to filter these people by numbers, you can do that. So every number will have a different database, right? So let's say if I have a different number and I'm maintaining a different database, I can switch to that and I can look at those numbers as well. So you get a lot of things over here. And then again, if you want to create labels, you can create labels from here, right? So you can see I've created a label called as callback, and there are 347 people who have requested a callback. So I can easily find that over here because this label has been assigned to pretty much 347 people right now. How many people took eligibility tests? 1000 people. So you can easily like find those things over here. See all those labels, I can find it over here. If I want to create new, I can absolutely do that. Perfect. So is there any questions on the subscriber managers, or now we can move to the broadcasting where I show you how you send bulk messages.
Yes, we can go. I guess you covered most of it, so we can go ahead.
Great. Great. So let's go to the broadcasting right now. Now, this is where you can send thousands of messages to your customers without getting banned. And now, this is the time where I also want to reveal a secret, a hack that you can use to get better engagement rate for all your broadcasting campaigns. So, before I show you how you can create a broadcasting campaign, what I'll do is I'll actually take you to one of our clients' account and I'll show you. And this is again by all his permission. I was chatting with this client. He has been an enterprise customer from a very long time. And when I spoke to him, he's already a very happy customer, and he gave us a permission that yes, you can go ahead and show some of my reports. But for some reason I cannot show anything confidential, right? But this will give you a confidence on like what kind of result that you can get when you're using a WhatChimp WhatsApp API, the official API, right? So let me quickly take you to the account. Great. I'm just pulling up his account. Yep. Can you see this? Can you see the reports? Gopu, are you able to see
Yes,
the
yes, yes, yes. We can
great,
see the
great.
reports here.
So if you look at this, right, he have launched several campaigns during Diwali back to back, sending thousands of messages every single day, and his number was never banned. But he was getting open rate as high as 81%. Now, can you get this kind of open rate with emails or SMS? Absolutely not, right? He sent 1,000 message, 922 got delivered. Some of them were not reached because the numbers were invalid or not on WhatsApp. Like there can be several reasons, but WhatsApp is not going to charge you for that, right? Any undelivered message, you don't pay for it. And for those people who think that can I like just first verify whether this number is on WhatsApp or not, you don't have to do that, right? Don't get into all these hassle of cleaning your number or doing something like that, because it's the official API, right? And WhatChimp take care of everything. Just upload your list and start broadcasting. Whichever is your invalid number, you will be able to see that okay, the messages were not delivered, and you can just take them out later. So you can be 100% confident that I don't have to do something like list cleaning on all those kind of thing when I'm broadcasting. But one thing you have to make sure that every time you're broadcasting, your country number, your phone country number should be there with the number. If you don't put the country code with the number, there's high chance your messages are not going to deliver to any of them. So you see, the open rate we got is 81%. And if I take you through other campaigns as well, right? 78%. Let me show you other campaign, 75%. Can you get this kind of open rate on emails, SMS? Absolutely not, because the average industry rate on email is 15%, right? And then this is the best case that I'm telling you, right? I mean, for most of the people, you get even lesser. You get hardly like 5 to 10%. So imagine if you were sending emails and you were getting open rate of 5%, and if you reach out to the same amount of people on WhatsApp, getting open rate as high as 80%, and just do the math, it's 8x the open rate, 8x more people reading your messages. So even if you were getting, let's say, 1% conversion, now you're getting one multiplied by 8. You have done 8x business by sending messages to those people on WhatsApp. Most people don't realize this, right? If they could just get a better open rate for the messages that they are sending, they can 4x, 5x, 8x their business, right? Because most of the time when you're doing email marketing and sending emails, they are not even reading your message, and you're expecting that you will get sales out of it. right? And as per the industry average, the conversion rate when somebody reads your email and they buy your product is only 1 to 2%. And let's say we keep the same standard for WhatsApp, even if you get 1 to 2%, you have 8x your open rate, 8x the conversion, right? This is the math that a lot of businesses do not even realize, the kind of result that you can get with WhatsApp API. Now, if let's say some of your messages get failed, they were not delivered, you can always click on resend fail message and send messages to all those unreached numbers. Like, this is only for you to like retry it. If you want to discuss all these reports with your team members, then you can download the reports, right? So yes, you can do a lot of things with the official API. Now what I want to do is I want to get back to my account so that I can show you some of the other things. Let me just come back to my account. Great. So I'm back to my account. Okay. You can see some of the campaigns that were launched. So we did not launch any campaign over here. That's why you see only one message being sent, one getting delivered and open. So I'm going to show you how you can create a campaign, create a broadcasting campaign. And this is super easy to do that. But before you create a campaign, what you need to do is you need to write your message that you want to send and get that message approved by Meta. And most people think that it's going to take forever to get approved, but guess what, it takes hardly 5 to 10 seconds to get that message approved if you don't have anything shady in your message, right? It takes hardly 5 to 10 seconds to get that message approved. Please remember this. So how do you create a message template? Very simple. Go to the bot manager. Now this is where we are writing the message that we want to send, right? So go to your bot manager. Now I'm going to go to the number on which I want to create the message template, and over here I'm going to go to message template. So you can see we have created lots of message templates already. If I want to create a new message template, I can just create a simple general template. But for all those e-commerce guys who want to showcase their products or some catalog, you can create a catalog template as well, so that you can showcase your product or images or whatever you want to showcase. But let's create a simple template. So this is my marketing message. Let's say hi, and if I want to personalize my message, I can do that. Hi name, right? We have a special offer this Friday for you, right? And then you can add more personalization for, let's say, their city, right? So you can say for, right, Mumbai. Let's say the city is Mumbai or Delhi, whatever, right? So you can very much personalize the messages by adding these variables over here. To check out, click the button below. Now here's my hack, right? Now I'm not going to teach you how to write the best message template. This you can do that through ChatGPT. It's the easiest way to write a decent message template. But what I want to tell you is, whenever you're creating these messages, instead of putting a link, which a lot of people do, I have personally seen a lot of people putting their phone number or their link. What I want you to do is rather use quick replies. The advantages that you get when you use quick reply instead of call to action is immense. Because let's say you had a call to action and then you were putting a URL, and whenever somebody clicks on the URL, they are out of the platform. Now they are just exploring something on your website. They've already dropped off. But what you could have done when you broadcasted is asked more question, right? What is your preference, what you're looking for? If you're selling something, you could have collect more information from them to qualify the leads. Because what you're trying to do is asking them to just buy your product. You're giving a hard CTA to them, right? Rather than, what I want you to do is keep a soft CTA so that they take some action when you send them a promotional message. So instead of saying buy now, tell me more. That should be your CTA, something like this. So now when they click on tell me more, this is where you can ask more questions, and this is where you can connect this button with the chatbot. Now the chatbot is going to ask more question, qualify the leads on your behalf. Like it can check whether they have the budget or what is their preference, and accordingly the chatbot can showcase them the right offer from the website. Because what is the purpose of taking them to your website? Do you want to sell a product? Do you want to collect their information? You can do pretty much everything with chatbot. You want to sell your product? Showcase them the catalog, right? You can showcase a WhatsApp native catalog. You don't have to make them leave WhatsApp. Do you want to collect any information? Collect it via chatbot, right? The chatbot can ask what's your name, what's your email, rest of the things, whatever you want to collect everything from there. And the best advantage that you get is every time somebody replies to your message, right? You have broadcasted them and they reply to your message, they are opening a free 24-hour conversation window for you and your sales team, inside of which they can chat with your customer absolutely free without paying any extra fees, right? You don't get that advantage when you're just giving them link. They go to the link, they have left the chat, now they're doing something else, they have forgotten about you. But if you use a CTA button and they click there and the chatbot gets fired, you can keep your customers engaged. You can collect, if your agenda is to collect some information from them to qualify their needs, you can do that. If your goal is to sell a product, you can send a catalog right away and collect the payment through WhatsApp Pay inside of the platform. So pretty much everything you could have done inside the platform without even taking them to the website. And take them to the website or take them to the whatever link you want to take them whenever there's a need for it. And you're asking them to call us. Like there's something called as call us on this number. They might or they might not call you, but what you can do is you can actually ask them to request a call back. That's a much better way to do it, right? So when somebody clicks on request a callback, they are fully aware that I'm expecting a callback, and it has lesser amount of friction, right? They click on request callback, you already know this person has requested a callback. You can apply a label automatically that okay, these are the people who have requested a callback, and your sales team can follow with them. In fact, you can send a message to them that's saying, hey, please save this number, we are going to call you back from this number, so that they would know that okay, this company is reaching out to me. They don't think of you as a spam, and you're getting more control. Rather than you chasing them, they are requesting you to call back. How cool is this? This is a much better way to engage, to increase the engagement, because when you give them lesser friction, you will see a higher engagement rate. And that's what we have seen. In fact, I showed you on all our chat, you see the amount of incoming chats we are getting every single day is insane. And this is the only hack that we are using right now. We keep less friction CTAs and we connect that with chatbot, right? Let me actually show you some of them so that you get that kind of confidence. So stop sending your CTA buttons and all those kind of things. Look at this, right? Let me, I don't know, like if we have any incoming, these are some of the reminder question, automated messages. Yeah, you can see this guy requested a callback. Where is it? Requested a callback. And we had this button as request a callback over here, right? So when he clicked on request a callback, we collected more information like email and all those kind of things, right? So he replied, and then we could reach back to him. In fact, when you're collecting all these information, you can get everything properly formatted in a spreadsheet. Like, let me show you, like this. And this is part of the chatbot, so do not worry, I'm going to show you. So everyone who have replied to your message, you can collect information, and all the collected information comes like this, real time in a spreadsheet or in your CRM, so that you can reach back to these people with all the information that you have about them. So don't worry about this, I'm going to come back to this. So, yes, my hack is ask them to take some soft call to action where people do not hesitate on reaching back to you. When you leave people with open ended message, they either don't take any action or they don't go to your website. When you're saying visit website, nobody is going to go to your website. And even if they do, what are you going to do? How are you going to follow up? How would you know that they have actually gone to your website? Right? So the better way to do this is build a chatbot, engage with them, keep them inside your platform, and that's where you get a much better conversion as compared to sending them to the website. I hope this is a hack that for all those guys who are already using the WhatsApp API, they can actually start using this. I've spoken to many businesses who were already using WhatsApp API, but they have never leveraged something like this. How many of you find this hack really interesting? Just type yes in the chat. Do you think like
Got
this can
quick questions over here. Can
Uh-huh.
we also create templates or messages in any other languages?
Yes, you can do that. You can like have it in English, Japanese, French, Bangla, whatever language that you want. Like if you go to the message template,
Mhm.
you get an option to
And can I also add images or videos while I'm sending these templates?
absolutely, absolutely. So for here,
Right.
as you can see, you can use text, images, videos, documents. You can create these templates in English, all these languages, right? So there are multiple languages which are available.
Great.
So once you create your message template, you're all set to broadcast. So now what you
And is
need to do
there
is
any is there? I'm getting a lot of questions in terms of, is there any limitations in terms of how many templates that you can create?
no, there's no limit on that. Like you can
Great.
create unlimited amount of message templates. So now here and
Great.
again, there's no limit on the number of broadcasting campaigns that you can launch with WhatChimp. It's purely unlimited. So let's say I want to launch a broadcasting campaign. Now let me show you how simple it is to launch a broadcasting campaign. You just need to click on the create button. So let me just take you here, right? So this is how it is going to come. Let's say I want to call it as a special Friday offer. And then do I want to send message to everyone who's inside 24 hours? I mean, these are the people who reached out to me in past 24 hours. And if I broadcast messages to these guys, I will not be paying anything to Meta because it's absolutely free, right? Anyone who's reached out to me, like this was an incoming lead, and they are still inside the 24-hour conversation window, they when you send messages to those guys, it is absolutely free. So you can see inside of my 24-hour window we have 68 people. If I send messages to them, I don't pay anything to Meta. But let's say I have imported a database and I want to reach out to those guys. Now I've already shown you how you can create a template. So create a template, select that template, whatever message template that you have, and then you can decide whether you want to send messages to everyone. You see there are 2,865 people in our database, but let's say I only want to talk to the people who requested a call back. Now I only have 347 people, right? So I can just send messages to people who requested a call back. And in fact, for all those guys who raise a support ticket, if I want to exclude those people, I can absolutely do that as well. So you can include a set of audience, you can exclude a set of audience, or if you just want to broadcast to everyone, just take it out and broadcast it to everyone. Now do you want to send right now or in future? You can select this from here. So you can schedule any time, like what date and time you want to send. You can select the time zone, you want to send it on Indian time zone, US time zone, UAE time zone. You can select that from here. And then the moment you save this, let me just select send now. The moment you save this and you give this a name, let's say Friday deal, and the moment I save this, my campaign will be launched. Whether I have scheduled it or whether I want to send immediately, my campaign will be launched as per how I have configured it. So this is as simple as that to launch a new broadcasting campaign, right? So let's just get back to the previous tab where you could see all the report for your campaigns. And this is something which I've already showed you, and I cannot go back to the account because I don't want to reveal a lot of sensitive information for our clients. I mean, I had to get a special permission from the client to be able to, in fact, show that to you guys. Okay. So now you can see this is where you can track all the performance. You can see the open rate, how many sent, delivered, all those kind of thing. And if you want to download the report, you can do that. Send it to the failed messages, you can do that. So does anyone have any questions about broadcasting? I tried, uh, covering pretty much everything that you could have asked for. Do we still have any questions?
Yeah. No, we do have a lot of questions regarding the
Okay.
image size and the character limits. So if you can brief me more on that, it'll be great.
I mean, I don't have, I honestly don't have the limit handy with you, like what is going to be the size, but you will get a pretty decent, limit on all those things, whether it is image or whether it is videos and all those kind of things. You can upload a decent size of image. But Goput, if you have those number handy, would you be able to share that?
I do not have the numbers handy. However, it's the limit as per WhatsApp. So whatever your regular WhatsApp has the character limits, I guess it's close to around 900 or 1000 characters. But let me look up to it.
But I think this should not be a matter of concern because, again, like even if there's a limit on image, you can always compress the image and upload it. So it is not going to be a big deal. Like, I mean, this is a question which
It's around
nobody ever
thousand
had.
thousand characters.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's
Okay,
around 1000
thousand characters.
characters.
Great. But you don't want to send a message which is which is 1,000 character long because nobody is going to read that message. Keep it short, right?
Great. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you have covered everything within the broadcasting, and we can move forward.
Great. So now we are moving to the most awaiting feature, which is chatbot, right? How many of you are excited for this chatbot? Like I've been waiting for this for a very long time. Just put yes in the chat. I want to see how many of you are actually excited to see chatbot. Sorry, I don't like to bother you guys, but I really want to see the enthusiasm. Okay, so we are getting lots of yeses. Great, right? I'm super excited because a lot of chatbots is actually built by myself as per our business need. So I'm gonna actually reveal you a chatbot that we use today in real time. Nobody actually does that. None of the business owner is going to take you through the entire chatbot, show you how they have built it, but I'm going to actually do that for you. So if you go to our homepage, let me show you. This is our homepage. This is the QR code that you see, right? This is for us to check the eligibility of your business, whether your business is eligible to get a WhatsApp API or not. So if you're an Indian business, you need a GST. That's the scenario. If you're not from India, then you don't even have to worry about it. But this is a great way for us to generate leads for our business. When you scan this QR code, we ask more questions like what's your industry, all those kind of things, right? So I can we can collect more information about your business, and then if you're eligible, our sales team can then follow up with you, right? So this is the hack that you can create for your business. Today we have an eligibility test, but you can create maybe some sort of quiz or some or anything like that, right? So you can actually, like, if you want to test this chatbot while you're watching this webinar, you can just scan this to WhatChimp.com and scan this QR code. Basically, what it is going to do is it is going to take you to a WhatsApp number, and then from the WhatsApp number, it's going to ask you some questions, right? So when you will be redirected to WhatsApp number, you'll see there's a pre-filled message, which is check WhatsApp eligibility, something like that. So do send that message, and then it'll keep asking you more question, X, Y, Z, whatever is the question. It'll start asking you those questions. and when you finish the questionnaire, it'll tell you whether your business is eligible, and in fact it can email you based on the responses it has collected, right? So let me show you the back end of this chatbot. So you build something like this to qualify leads. Let's say you're a real estate company or a travel agency, and you want to qualify the leads. Every time you get an inquiry, you want to qualify whether this lead can actually afford my services, or this lead is a great fit for my product or service or not, right? How would you do that? So to do this, let's just go and see the chatbot. uh, Let me open the chatbot and share my tab. Meanwhile, you can just scan the QR code so you can test it. Now, while you're testing it, follow me, right? So follow this screen, because you can see how the flow goes behind the scene. So you can see over here, whenever somebody sends a message, check eligibility, check WhatsApp API eligibility, or this message, whenever the message contains any of these keywords, the chatbot gets fired and the number gets a label applied to it. So let's say Gopu sends a message, check eligibility, to our number, to our official number. He will get a label applied as eligibility test. So I know that Gopu came via taking the eligibility test. I would know the source of this lead by applying the label. You can do the same whether you're running paid ads. You can do, you have a flyer, somewhere. You can just apply the label based on the keyword, right? So if they are coming from your paid ads, put a different keyword over here so that you can apply a label to them, a unique label to them, and it'll be easier for you to like just identify them. And then based on where they're coming from, you can actually assign them to a complete department. Let's say the message was support request or something like that. You can assign this to a support department, or you can assign this to a specific team member. So I could just assign this to, let's say, Neha, Komal, or like any team member, or I can assign this to my entire department. So anyone from my department can actually see the message and take over and chat with the customer. Now, for all those savvy people, you want to send the incoming messages to your CRM. You can connect it via webhook URL. So whether you're using Zoho CRM or any other third-party CRM, you can send all the collected information to your CRM using webhook URL. For all those guys who don't use a CRM, one of the best and simplest CRM in this world right now is Google Spreadsheet, right? So imagine if you could collect all these information and see that in your Google Spreadsheet. So WhatChimp has a native integration with Google Spreadsheet. You connect it with Google Spreadsheet, right? Whichever sheet that you have, and all the collected leads, all the incoming inquiries, that will come real time in your Google Spreadsheet. How cool is this, right? So let me just close this, and as soon as somebody sends a message, check eligibility, the very first message we send, and then you can actually follow it if you've scanned the QR code and going through it. Let's get started with a quick eligibility test, and then we start a series of questionnaire. So you can ask multiple choice questions or open-ended questions. So we are asking some of the multiple choice questions like, is your business registered in India, outside India? Do you have a GST number? What is your industry? What's your company size, right? And if you want to collect some open-ended questions like what's your email, you can absolutely do that and save it inside WhatChimp CRM. All that information gets saved so that later on, if your support team wants to see, okay, what is the email, what is the the company size, all those things, they can actually see that all that information you have saved. And then once we have collected these information can be sent to, again, a Google spreadsheet or any CRM that you want to send this information to. So after you collect that information, right, I showed you something where, let me just take you to the uh, sheet over here. So what we did is we built a chatbot for one of our client who's a travel agency, and there's a cool hack which you can apply on your business, that we made a free itinerary planner for for the people who want to go for their next holiday, right? So now what you can do is create this free itinerary planner on WhatsApp. They can send a message, let's say, plan my day, right? There's a keyword that you can give them, like send a message, plan my day on this number to get a customized itinerary for your next trip. And the moment they send that message, plan my day, we start collecting more information. So I have not specified the questions over here. This is question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But over here you can see we have their number and the name. So we have also collected the leads which were coming, their name and number. And then we are getting questions like, where do you want to go? Alibag, Goa, Mumbai. You can see over here. What is your vibe? Whom do you want to go with? What's your for how long do you want to stay? What's your budget? Do you want to keep it planned, unplanned? What kind of food do you like? All those information collected over here. Now imagine your sales team can see all that information and tailor the response, and send them a customized package to them based on their budget and based on their requirement. How cool would that be? It's a great way for you to lead at a cheaper cost, because it's very easy for very handy for them to like use something like this on their WhatsApp. This is going to be their next go-to tool whenever they are planning a new itinerary for themselves, right? So this is what we are doing. Let me come back to my chatbot. So once you collect all these information, now this is a different chatbot we are talking about. Once you collect all those information, you can make a decision right over there. You don't need a human to take a decision. So with this conditional bot, I'm checking if they are not from, if they are from India and they don't have a GST. You can see if the country is India. So if they are from India and if they don't have a GST, that means they are not eligible. Otherwise, they are eligible. But if they're from India, they don't have a GST, they are not eligible. So just send them a message. Thank you for completing the eligibility test, but you're not eligible. Otherwise, congratulations, your business is eligible. And then after 10 seconds, we follow up with them saying, are you ready to set up your WhatsApp API? And then we give them some clickable buttons, pricing, get started, or features, right? And whenever they click on any of this button, we can apply more labels. We can apply eligible, initiated checkout, something like that, right? So we can apply the labels. And again, if I have to assign this to my team, now I want to assign this to my sales team or a specific person, I can absolutely do that from here. So let's say somebody clicks on pricing, right? I'm going to explain the pricing over here. You can see step by step, we are sending some messages. So first message, then after 35 seconds, we send the next message. After 30 seconds, we are sending the next message, and we keep sending more message. Now, if I have to follow up with these guys who did not take the action that we were expecting from them to take, whether it is to make a purchase or whether it's to fill a form or something like that, we can also enroll these people into a sequence. You remember I told you about a sequence? So you can see I have enrolled these guys into a sequence. So now here I can follow with them after 30 minutes, after 20 hours, after 23 hours. Why I've set 30 minutes, 20 hours, 23 hours? Because when I send message in this window, I am sending absolutely free. I'm sending these messages absolutely free. But I can go beyond this window and I can send the next message, let's say after a day, after a week, after a month, right? So you can pretty much create as many follow-up as you want, right? You can go ahead and create as many follow-up. And do you need to come from a technical background to build this? Absolutely not. This is like a simple drag and drop builder. It's just very easy to build. If I show you what I've done, like I've created a campaign, I've named the campaign over here. I've said my first message should go after 30 minutes, and this is my message, right? This is my message. So this is exactly what you can do for your business. You're not just qualifying the leads, you're giving more information about your product or service. You're giving some of the options that they can choose from. You're also following up with them to take the next action, to take the next step. Now imagine if your team has to do this on your own, right? You can just delegate everything and then you can track how many people are going through that flow. You can see 36 messages were sent, which means 36 people actually requested for pricing. They wanted to know more. So you can track the entire funnel. 455 people went to this, and 366 people actually 366 people actually clicked on pricing and inquired more about the pricing of the platform. You can see how many sent, how many delivered, how many new subscribers generated, all of that you can track in one place. Now, beyond just sending message, what else can you do in the chatbot? If I have to show you, let me show you over here. You can send a text message, images, videos, audios, file, interactive buttons like how I showed you earlier, clickable buttons. And for all the savvy people, if you want to pull some of the information from your CRM or some third party application, you can use HTTP API to fetch the data and send something in real time. Let's say you want to tell them what is the price of gold right now. You can make a HTTP API call and fetch the information from there. Or if you want to fetch some of the real time information from your Google spreadsheet and then tell them that information, you can do that. If you want to send them a WhatsApp flow, which is a WhatsApp native form, so that they don't have to go to an external link to fill the form over there, you can do that over here. So lots of things. You can create a AI reply. So if there's something that your chatbot is not able to handle, and then you want to pass it to AI who can be trained on your business, who can get trained on your PDFs, your websites, everything, and then reply to the customer. Right? If you want to make a conditional decision, you can absolutely do that. So there's a lot of things that you can do, but do not get overwhelmed with all of these, because lots of businesses, they don't need uh, that level of technical knowledge or that level of technical chatbot. Because see, we run a WhatsApp API business, so we have to be very savvy about all those things. But for most businesses, you can create a simple chatbot. And the best way to learn about these things is go to our YouTube channel and check out this playlist. This is where we teach you the basics of WhatChimp. Now, if you don't want to learn all of this as a business owner, pass it to your team members, right? Pass it to your team, because you don't have to like teach everything on your own. It's like a 1 hour fundamental masterclass on learning everything about the platform, everything from scratch, whether how to launch a broadcasting campaign, how to create a chat bot. And then for all those savvy people who want to learn about creating some advanced APIs or those kind of thing, they can check out this, right? uh, Conditional logic or no. But do you need to really learn these things? Absolutely not. For most of the businesses, in fact 90% of the businesses, they're getting good results with the basic chatbot, like the ones that I have covered over here in the starting part of the video.
And a lot
So
of
yeah.
we do have a lot of e-commerce folks here who are asking
Uh-huh.
if they can do end-to-end sales, and if they can add can I also add my catalogs in the chatbot or in the bot builder?
Yes, absolutely. That's a good question. So let's say if I want to showcase my products, what you can do, whether you have a Shopify website or a WooCommerce website, or let's say you have all your products in a CSV, no fancy website. I just have like all my product and their pricing in a spreadsheet, and I just want to import all those product inside WhatChimp. You can first import everything in a single click, right? You don't have to like manually do that. With Shopify, you can do import in a single click. With WooCommerce, you can import everything in a single click. You can keep that in sync, so that every time a new inventory is updated, you can just pass on to WhatChimp. And then you can send those. Let me show you. So from the interactive, you can see something called as e-commerce. This is where you can share the catalogs. So I can share my catalog for t-shirts, shoes. Let's say if I have different catalogs, so let's say I want to send multiple catalogs. Now here I can select which what is going to be the name of the catalog. Let's say clothing. Again, you can just name whatever you want. And then I want to send first product, second product, third product. So you can just select all those products from here. For that, you need to connect your catalog, right? So once you connect your Shopify store, let me just delete this. Yeah. So once you connect your Shopify, WooCommerce, or even if you don't have a store, don't worry about it. Like you can import everything from a Google spreadsheet or from a Excel file. So import
One
everything
more
over there.
question. One
Uh-huh.
more question. Can we integrate WhatsApp Pay?
Absolutely. But for that, you need to have a Razor Pay integration. Now, since you're asking me these questions, I'm gonna like take everyone through the e-commerce integrations, but before that, if anyone has any questions about chatbot, do let me know, or else like we move to the e-commerce integration, and I actually like show you how you can use e-commerce pay, WhatsApp catalog, all those kind of things. But any more
A lot,
questions about the
yes, a lot
chatbot?
of questions regarding the AI replies. So I have
Mhm.
questions over here asking, uh, can I train the AI and will it go ahead and respond based on the training data that we provide?
Exactly, right? So again, now this is going to take you out of the chatbot, and we are going to head over to the AI. Now, inside of the AI, what you can do is you can now AI is nothing but Chat GPT, but trained on your business, right? So we have a layer of Chat GPT. We are using OpenAI APIs, and then on top of it, what we are doing is we are feeding everything about your business, all your catalogs, pricing, everything about your business, so that whenever somebody asks an open-ended question, it can take care of those responses. So how do you do this? Go to AI assistant, enable it, and connect your training campaign. Now this is where you can import your PDF, you can add FAQs, frequently asked questions, you can upload a website so that it can scrape the information from your website, you can manually paste all the content, and then this AI gets trained about your business. And in fact, you can set some of the instructions for the AI that, hey, whenever someone asks me a question, please be polite, keep the answers very short, don't make it look very robotic, keep it very human friendly, all those kind of things. Enable the AI assistant and let it take care of all your conversation on behalf of you. So you can do that via the AI assistant.
Great.
Any questions on this?
Uh, how many chatbots can I create and how many chat widgets can I place in my website?
There is no limit. So again, let me just come back to the chatbot as well. Many competitors in the market, if you've ever used the API, first of all, this is a very premium feature for which companies are charging anywhere around $30 to for $50 a month. It's like an add-on with limited amount of bot sessions, with limited amount of chatbots that you can create. But the best part about WhatChimp is that even when you take the minimum package, which is very affordable for even a small business owner, he will get a chatbot attached to this with all the features, with all the elements that I showed you, all those tools that I showed you, absolutely unlimited. There's no cap on how long do you want to keep that sequence, how many sessions do you want to have, how many chatbots do you want to create. Absolutely unlimited, included even in the basic plan of WhatChimp, which we'll discuss about the pricing later. But just to answer, bot reply, AI assistant, all of that you get it unlimited in the basic plan itself. Chat widgets, again, that's also unlimited. So now let's just come to the e-commerce, because we were going to discuss about the e-commerce, and then we can just come back to this again and cover some of the other things as well, right? But since the topic was initiated, I want to cover what is e-commerce catalog. So this is where you can see you can connect your Shopify, WooCommerce, any store, and import all the products inside of WhatChimp. You can see I have already like imported a lot of products. Blue Facebook T-shirt, WhatChimp basic subscription. I mean, this is nothing but some random product with the price mentioned over here. In fact, if you'll go to this number where you scanned the QR code, right? If you'll go to that number, on the top right, you will see a catalog icon where you can actually explore these product. And if you want to test it, how it will look on your WhatsApp, you can test that over here. So you can see, you know, you can connect your WhatsApp store, then you can connect your payment method, right? You can connect anything like Stripe, PayPal, Razorpay, which is an Indian payment gateway. Let me just take you to this. Now, let me tell you this. WhatsApp Pay only works in India and Singapore. It does not work in any other company. WhatsApp Pay allows you to pay for anything inside of the platform itself. So they don't even have to like leave the platform to make a payment. They can pay it via UPI. But for that, you would need a Razorpay integration. Now, when I say Razorpay or PayU integration, I do not mean that uh, Razorpay is going to take you to some other website to make the payment. No, your customers will be able to use WhatsApp Pay inside WhatsApp, and they will be able to pay through their UPI without them having to leave the platform. That is the best advantage you get, but only for Indian and Singapore businesses. But again, you have payment gateways like PayPal, Stripe, Razorpay, Paystack, Molly, a lot of payment gateways that you get over here. And if you want to keep it cash on delivery, you can do that as well. So let's just come back to this place, and all the orders that are placed, you can track all the orders. You want to change the status, you can change the status from here. You can actually create webhooks so that you can sync all your orders with your existing CRM or whatever platform that you're using. And you can perform a lot of other actions like uh, looking at the products that they have order. And you can check their shipping address and all those kind of things. So lots of things that you get with the e-commerce catalog over here. Now, some of the other frequently asked questions that I know that a lot of businesses have asked me, that can I send a message when somebody make a checkout? Like, can it be like a full-fledged e-commerce where when they place a checkout, they get a message, a successful message as well? Absolutely. So you can see, you can send a checkout link, checkout success, cart reminder, order status update. You can in fact send an email whenever they place an order. So you can customize that. You can add your payment settings, change the cart settings, and like I said, webhook. Whenever somebody makes a payment, you want to send something to your CRM, send all that information to your CRM, you can do that. So it can be pretty much integrated with your CRM, and you can do a lot of things with the e-commerce catalog. And like I said, you can actually go ahead and test it. Just go to the place where you scan the QR code, and on the top you will see, let me just take you here. This is the QR code. So scan this QR code, and when you will open this QR code, you'll see WhatChimp by Groomy Organic. You'll see that number, and the top right you will see a catalog icon. So you can click there and you can see all the products. But by the way, we have not connected any payment method, so you will not be able to make any payment because these are all dummy products, right? So we don't want you to pay for it. Okay, so let's just come back to the e-commerce catalog. If there's questions about e-commerce catalog, you can ask, or else we move back to the bot manager and I show you some of the other features.
Um, Not much. We can move forward.
Great. So let's come back to bot manager. And now, I mean, we have reached the end of this feature walkthrough. So we will be heading over towards the pricing details. But I want to quickly take you through other features like chat widget, where you can encourage businesses who are coming to your website to initiate a conversation with you. So when somebody is on your website, you can place a widget like this. See over here, there's a widget over here. So from here, they can initiate a conversation. By the way, they cannot chat with you here, right? When they click on this, it'll open a WhatsApp. It'll open their WhatsApp app, and then from there they can send a message. And then either your chatbot can take over or your sales team can take over, however you have planned it. So let's just come back to this sequence. I've already showed you. You can create some follow-up sequence so that you can follow up with your leads, whether they came for demo or trial or anything. You can just follow up with them. Input flow is nothing but where you can collect all these information, and you can see input flow. I've created lots of input flow where we are collecting eligibility test data, support questions, all those things. So you remember in the beginning of this chatbot, I was collecting all those information, and I told you that it gets synced with the spreadsheet. So this is the input flow that I've been talking about, right? You see this, all those things that we collected. So it gets stored inside input flow. Again, not a very technical thing to discuss about. And then you want to export these data, like you want to export all the collected information, you can do that. You can send it to your CRM, you can send it to Google Spreadsheet. WhatsApp Flow is a pretty interesting feature where you can create a form inside of WhatsApp and share it with your customer. So let me just show you. So let's say I want to keep a header, then text field, text area, radio button, select, date field, submit button. So you can actually uh, test everything. Like you can create a form and then send this form to your customers, and they can you can collect everything at once rather than collecting each of the information one by one. You send a form to them and just collect everything at once, right? And then once the information is collected, you can maybe sync it with your Google Spreadsheet, send it to your webhook API, send it to your CRM, whatever you want to do, right? And in fact, since we came to this topic, I'm going to give you one form where when you want to talk to the expert, you're actually going to fill a form like this. So you can really experience that how you can really leverage WhatsApp form for your business. Let's say if you want to allow your team, your customers to raise a support ticket, maybe then you can send this form. Or if you want to allow them to make a payment, but before making a payment you want them to fill a form, you can send this native form and collect pretty much everything from there. So where exactly you can test it, let me show you. So what I'm going to do right now is give you this, right? So if any one of you wants to like really like what I've shown you today and really want to leverage this platform, they can talk to a WhatsApp expert. And for you to talk to WhatsApp expert, you need to scan this QR code, right? So take out your phone, use any camera, or if you have a QR scanner or something like that, use that. Or maybe you can take the screenshot for now and then later scan this if you don't have any app to scan the QR code. So scan this QR code, and what I'll also do is I'll put a link, right? So Gupu, we'll just put a link to this QR code. So you can either scan this QR code or you can go to this via the link that we put in the chat, and then it'll take you to WhatsApp with a pre-filled message, talk to expert. What you need to do is send that message, right? The moment you get talk to expert as a pre-written message on your WhatsApp, send that message, because right after that, it'll send you a form, right? So you're going to click on the form, you're going to fill the form, like you're going to tell us what time do you want to talk to the WhatsApp expert, all those kind of things, right? So you fill that form, and the experts are going to reach out to you and help you out with whatever query that you have, right? So make sure you save this somewhere, because this is going to be really useful when you want to use WhatsApp API for your business. I'm giving you like 10 more seconds to take a screenshot, scan the QR code, and get in touch with experts. Cool. Let me just get back to the manager. Okay. So this is how you can create forms for your business. Let's just come back to the bot manager, right? So this is WhatsApp flow. Message template is something which I already showed you how you can create a message template for your business when you want to do broadcasting. Then again, if you have missed out on any of the topic that we were covering, you can always check out our YouTube channel where you can learn how we can broadcast, chatbot, anything, right? Everything is open on our YouTube channel, so you can always check it out. Then we have an integration with WooCommerce and Shopify. So for those guys who want to send abandoned cart recovery messages, or those sort of messages, they can connect their Shopify store or they can connect their WooCommerce store, right, and send order notification, COD verification, right, all these kind of messages over here. Now let's just see some of the features. I think we have covered pretty much everything that you would need as a business. Now it's just outbound webhook. So when you want to sync this with your CRM, you can absolutely do that. Then there are some settings button which I'll not get into right now because it can get very overwhelming for you. Now we have something called as webhook workflow. Again, this is for savvy people. I'm not going to discuss very in depth about this because 90% of business might not need this. But if you want to learn more about it, you check out our YouTube channel where I've covered in depth about the WhatsApp webhook flow. This eliminate a need of Zapier or Pably if you want to connect a third party platform with WhatChimp. So let's say if you want to connect Zoho with WhatChimp, what webhook workflow will allow you to do is anytime there's a new lead in your CRM or whatever platform that you're using, right? It's gonna send a webhook to WhatChimp. WhatChimp will capture that webhook, map it with the message, and it should be able to send the message without a need of a third party tool like Pably or Zapier. But since we have discussed Pably and Zapier, we have a native integration with Zapier and Pably. We have open ended APIs. So now I'm going to also take you through the APIs. Let's just quickly.
The API documents, right? Yeah, a lot of people asking those questions.
Yes. So I'm going to show you for all the savvy people. Again, if you're not a tech savvy person, please do not get overwhelmed because this is not for you. You don't even have to worry about this. This is like all. This is for the people who are maybe coming from a developer background or all those tech companies who wants to integrate WhatChimp uh, with their CRM or with their application. This is for them, right? And I'm going to keep it very short because we have a detailed walkthrough videos on those kind of topic. Just to keep it short, what you're getting is you can connect account. Now this is all through via API. So you can connect any WhatsApp number, send a message, fetch conversation for any number. So if you want to fetch the past chat history for any number, you can do that via get conversation. You can get any bot template, get subscriber, create subscriber, update subscriber, reset, assign a subscriber to any chat, to a team member, assign a custom field. You get all those APIs. You want to list all those labels, create a new label. You want to access the catalog APIs. You have all of that over here. It's pretty simple to use. We have a detailed, in-depth videos covering APIs and webhook workflows. I highly recommend for those guys who are savvy and want to explore the possibilities of WhatChimp. In that aspect, they can check out the YouTube channel. In fact, I've gone through very fundamentals of APIs, and I've tried teaching this to even the non-developers who don't know much about APIs and how they can connect with WhatChimp. Cool. So we have covered pretty much everything, right? Now, is there any more questions about chatbots or anything that we have covered? Or else I'm just going to move to the final part of this call, which is the pricing details, right? How does Meta charge you for conversation? Any more questions do we have?
No, it's been answered. Let's move on to the pricing.
Great. So now what I want to tell you is that there are two fees that you will have to pay. One is going to be conversation fees, which you pay directly to Meta, and this is where WhatChimp eliminate a third party member, like they eliminate a mediator. Because if you were ever using an API in the past, you have been paying more than 30% as a commission to them, right? So you can avoid paying that kind of commission when you use WhatChimp because we connect directly with Meta, and you don't have to pay us. Rather, you pay to Meta, and whatever advantages that Meta is going to give you, you get directly from them. And second is going to be a platform fee. It is such a nominal fees that you won't even realize that I'm paying anything to WhatChimp. Like compared to the conversation fees, is absolutely negligible. So the savings that you will have, I will actually give you a calculator where you can go ahead and compare WhatChimp with any company that you might be using right now. If you have ever used any other competitor, go ahead. I can vouch that you will not find any affordable platform as compared to WhatChimp, right? So I'm going to give you that calculator. Now let's talk about how the pricing works. Number one, you get billed per conversation, not messages. A lot of people still have this myth that I am paying for every message. No, you're not paying for message. Don't get confused. You're When you're sending SMS, you're paying for each message. But when you talk about WhatsApp, you pay per conversation. And a conversation is a 24 hours window inside which you can exchange unlimited messages. So anything that you send after your conversation window is open is absolutely free. You're not paying for it. And all the incoming conversation, let's say you were running paid ads, you had a website widget on your you had a widget on your website, and people came through that, or people just your customer just saw your number on a billboard or somewhere and they just sent you a message. All those messages fall under service message or incoming message, and you don't pay anything for it. In fact, for the next 24 hours, if you reach out to them, even if you broadcast to those people, even if you're sending bulk messages to those guys, you don't pay anything, right, in the next 24 hours. So all the incoming conversations are absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. In fact, if you just want to use WhatChimp as your customer support, you're only paying a platform fees. Just forget about the conversation fees. You don't have to pay anything in terms of the conversation fees. In fact, the chatbots, like everything that we built, absolutely free, included in the basic plan of WhatChimp. And you're not paying any conversation fees because all these inquiries, requests are initiated by the customer. They are reaching out to you on WhatsApp. You're not sending the first message. So even the chatbots that gets fired, absolutely free. You're not paying for this. Now, where do you need to actually pay? Yeah, right. So you're only paying when you want to send marketing conversations or utility conversations. So we'll come to this. We'll discuss the difference between marketing and utility conversation. And this is what you all have been waiting for. What is it for me when I use WhatChimp versus any other platform? WhatChimp charge 0% commission on your conversation fees, which means if Meta set a price for each conversation, you don't pay any commission on top of it. You don't have to pay additional 30%, 40% commission that you might already be paying to any other platform that you're using right now. And let's say you want to move from your existing platform to WhatChimp, it's pretty easy. Our team can help you with that. Takes hardly 15 to 20 minutes to just migrate everything from there to WhatChimp. But imagine the amount that you can save. Just whatever you're paying, just minus 30% on that, on the conversation fees, and you can just do the math how much you will end up saving. In fact, I'm going to give you a calculator where you can see everything. So this is about the pricing details. Now the calculator, let's get to the calculator so that you can actually realize that how much you will end up saving when you're sending messages through WhatChimp rather than sending it through any other provider, any other business partners. Forget about the unofficial. I'm not even talking about official, because they will get your number back and you will never be able to get the kind of results that I showed you. When you broadcast, your number gets banned and you're not getting any engagement. How would you sell your product? So if you are still using those shady tactics to get engagement and conversion, guess what? Nothing is going to happen. You're not going to get the kind of results you're expecting. If you're running a business, uh, please note that you have to make a certain amount of investment in your business. But if you're investing your money in the right place, you will definitely get ROI for your investment. And using the official API is what you need to do in this year, right? Everyone has WhatsApp. Your customers are on WhatsApp, but you're not able to make the best out of it because you don't have the official API. So let's make a comparison, right? Let's say I want to do this comparison in India. So the pricing varies on the country. If I want to send this message to all the Indian customers, this is going to be the pricing, right? And then you can change this, check the pricing for your country and your currency. So I'm going to take India and INR as, and then you can compare this with all the platforms, all the competitors that you might have heard or ever seen ads from. So Wati, Galabox, DoubleTick, Interact, QuickSense, iSense, Quick Reply, SNZ. You can compare with all of them you will realize that you are gonna end up save a lot. Now let's see. For service, which is all the incoming conversation, you pay nothing. Nothing, because from November 2024, Meta announced that service conversations are going to be free. Early, they used to charge a minimal amount for it, but they decided they're going to make it free. But there are still platforms, Wati and other companies, who are charging a fees because they had some existing customers, and from those existing customers, they are still paying for all these incoming conversations. So you're not getting the advantage is giving you every quarter. Every quarter, Meta just optimizes their pricing, they make it cheaper. And when you go through a mediator, you don't get those advantages. But when you go through WhatChimp, you're paying directly to Meta. You're not even putting your credit card inside WhatChimp. You're putting your credit card inside Meta. So if Meta announces a new pricing which is beneficial for you, you get the advantage. And Meta, please note, every time they come up with a new pricing, they make it even more cheaper, and you get a to the cheapest price that Meta is offering you. So for all the service conversation, it's absolutely free. You're not paying anything. You can build chatbots, customer supports. You can do a lot of things absolutely free. You're just paying platform fees. That's it. After that, you're not paying anything, because the next 24 hours conversation window is open for you to send any message at no cost. If you want to send OTP, that's what you will end up paying, and that's the same price that you will end up paying for the utility messages as well, right? So what is utility messages and what is OTP? OTPs is nothing but, if you're a tech company, you want to do customer verification, right? So for every messages, every 10,000 OTP messages that you're sending, this is how much you will end up paying. Whereas if you compare this with Vati or any other company, you're not paying the commission, right? So this is how much you will pay if you pay, if you use any other platform. In fact, the client that I showed you right now, he was paying almost 3 to 4x the price on Vati, and he switched to WhatChimp. He's an enterprise customer, still using us from last 7 months happily with no regrets, because he gets the best price, best feature, and the best value at WhatChimp. And now we talk about utility. You can see you're getting the same price as authentication. So for every 10,000 conversation, you're paying this much, right? And then if you compare with Wadi, you can see you'll end up saving a lot, right? Now, utility message is nothing but the messages that you send, let's say, after our transaction, all the transactional messages, all the invoices that you're sending, all the acknowledgements. If somebody fill a form and you're sending, hey, thank you for filling the form, we are this, we do that, and then you're giving clickable button, that also falls under utility. A lot of people think that's a marketing message. No, all the messages that you might have received from WhatChimp by now, these are all utility messages. These are not marketing messages. So if you can send a acknowledgement that thank you for filling my form, now let me tell you more about my company, right? This is not a marketing message. This is a utility message. And for every 10,000 conversation, you will end this much. Whereas when you go to Vati, you will end more, and you can see how much you will end up saving. Again, change that to your country, change that in currencies. You can drag the number of conversation to realize that how much you will end up saving. Now, marketing messages are where you are sending direct promotional messages. You're saying buy my product, or you have some promotional keywords, right? Like sales or something like that. And this is where you will end up paying, this much for 10,000 conversation. You can drag this to the number of marketing. You can drag to just check the number of messages you're sending. Go to watchim.com to see the calculator. So all you need to do is just scroll down all the way to the bottom, and you will get this calculator here. And then you can compare the kind of pricing that you're getting and how much you will end up saving when you're using WhatChimp versus any other platform, right? So as the conversation go higher, the savings will be way much. You see, if I'm sending 100,000 messages, marketing messages, look at the amount, look at how much you will end up saving with WhatChimp. So this is the advantage you only get with WhatChimp. No other platform is going to offer you this, because We do not come as a mediator. We allow you to put your card directly on Meta. In fact, if you ever used Vati, Galabox, all these platforms, these are prepaid platform. You have to pay upfront for each messaging credits, each message that you're going to say. So you are always worrying that, hey, I need to top up my balance before I send message, right? You always have to call your CFO or your team member that, hey, please top up my balance. I need to send more messages. But in Meta, you don't pay upfront, you pay after you have utilized certain credits. So let's say I have sent 10,000 messages. It could be marketing, utility, whatever. And Meta will send me a week or a month later after I have utilized certain credit. And then I can pay the invoice. So it's not prepaid, it's postpaid. You don't have to add the money in the wallet. You pay only after you have sent certain amount of messages. How cool is this, right? Now, if anyone has any questions about the conversation fees, please feel free to ask. Gopu, you can pick up some of the questions that is about conversation fees. I'll be happy to answer.
Uh, so, just to wrap it up, can you just tell me what is the exact cost in terms of the marketing, utility, and service?
Yes.
Like per
So if
message,
let's
what
say
is the
if
cost?
yeah, so let's say if you want to find unit economic price, what you can do is you can search on Google WhatsApp business API pricing. It will take you to the official website, and this is the website, by the way. We can like actually share this link in the chat. So just go to this website, scroll all the way to the bottom, and then here you can choose the market. So listen, it does not matter which country you have purchased your number from, whether it can be India, US, UAE. How you get billed is based on the country where you're sending this message. So even if I have a number from US and I'm sending messages to India, I will get billed to the country of the receiver, not by the number that I've purchased. If I have a US number, does not mean that I'm going to pay US fees, right? The price for a US country. I'm going to pay to the country that I'm reaching out to. If with the US number I send messages in US, I get billed as per US country. If I send a message in India, I get billed as per Indian, country price. So if my receivers, my customers are from India and I'm sending messages to them, and I want to check what is the utility fees, what is how much I'll end up paying for one message, one utility message. This is what you get. You can see over here, right? 0.115, and then again it gets updated real time, so you can always come back to the website and see the real time pricing over here. And like I said, every quarter Meta optimizes their pricing, they make it better, it gets cheaper and cheaper, and you get direct access to the special pricing by Meta when you don't have a mediator. Now, for all the service messages, it's absolutely free. I already told you incoming conversations are free. Lots of competitors are still charging for it, but if you get a direct access to Meta, you don't pay anything for service. Now, talking about the marketing, this is the price that you will end up paying when you're sending marketing messages. And for authentication, it's same as utility, right? So utility authentication, the same price that you will end up paying, and then you
Hey
can
guys,
keep
I
changing.
I
Mhm.
have put this
Yes.
link in the chat, so you guys can also go ahead and check. So this is a direct, a website of Meta, and all your
Hmm.
conversation rates are mentioned over here. I'm just
Yep.
placing those
You
links
you
over
can you can check for your country over there on the chat. Great. Do we have more
here.
questions on this, or else
No,
we can? Okay.
let's move on. Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are coming to the final part of it, which is WhatsApp, WhatChimp pricing. And trust me, you will not find a competitive pricing as compared to WhatChimp. In fact, if you go to our website, we have a different pricing, but for everyone who have joined this webinar and stayed till the very end of this call, I'm going to give you a special price with a 50% discount. Yes, with a 50% discount. So whatever you have seen as a price on the, on the website, you're getting at half of the price, locked for you for forever. Which means if you subscribe today for this plan, you get locked in with the price for forever. Like, even we are going to raise this price very soon for all our customers in the future. But guess what? When the next year or the next month when you're getting billed, you're paying this locked in forever price. This is going to be a lifetime pricing that you get logged in with as an early bird customer, right? So let me just take you to the pricing. You can see there are two type of pricing that you get, which $12 per month, which is a basic plan, and it covers pretty much everything that I've shown you in the demo today, except a few things. And I'm going to show you what are those exceptions. And the things that, like I said, those exceptions will be covered in the Pro plan, which is going to be a $30 monthly plan. So if you come over here, whether you, regardless you take the basic plan or pro plan, you pay 0% markup fees, no commission on your conversation. You get direct advantage of meta price as it keeps getting updated. Now in the basic plan, you get two team members, 5,000 subscriber, two team members, which means one is you and one is your, team member that you can add who can reply to all these chats on your behalf. And then again, you have rules and permissions so that you can limit the kind of things that they can do. Like if you want to assign them only to one number, you can do that. If they should not be able to do certain things, you can just limit those permissions for them. You get 5,000 subscribers. It means the upper limit of contacts that you can have over here is 5,000. This does not limit you from reaching out to more people, more than 5,000 people. It means the maximum number of live chat that you can store is only 5,000, right? And let's say if you've reached out to 5,000 people, you want to reach out to the more people, reach out to more people, what you will have to do is you'll have to delete all the subscribers and then reach out to the next 5,000 people. But you lose all the chats. Remember this. The moment I delete my old 5,000 people, I have lost all the chats and I have imported the next 5,000 people. So it's like the max cap on the number of subscribers that you can have at once. Great. Now you get unlimited message credits, which means you can send and receive as many messages as you want. There is no cap on that. You get unlimited free incoming conversations. You don't pay anything whenever there's an incoming inquiry from a customer. You get live chat, translator, advanced live chat, broadcasting, which means bulk messaging. You can create follow-up sequence like a chatbot, input flow, where we were collecting the messages one by one. We were collecting the name, email, countries, all those things. So you're getting the chatbots, unlimited credits, absolutely free inside of the basic plan itself. For a lot of players, they might offer a competitive pricing as us, but when you will go and realize, when you will see the chatbot, you'll realize the chatbot comes with limitation, and it is an add-on that you have to purchase, which costs anywhere around additional $30 to $40 a month. And that too, you're not getting unlimited chatbot sessions. You get it with certain limitations. But when you go for WhatChimp, you get unlimited chatbots, right? You get AI replies, conditional replies, messages inside. You get all sort of integration which comes as a premium add-on on other platforms in the basic plan itself. So you get API integration and outgoing webhook. So for all the savvy people who want to integrate this with their CRM existing platform, you get everything in the basic plan. You don't even have to think about going for a pro subscription. You get integration with WordPress, WooCommerce, Shopify in the basic plan itself, right? Now, where would you think about Pro Plan? For all those guys who are selling e-commerce product, let's say you have a Shopify store or a WooCommerce store, and you want to showcase all your catalog, all your products inside WhatsApp itself. That's where you get WhatsApp catalog in the Pro Plan. If you want to replace Zapier and Pabbly, which again comes at an additional cost, you can avoid using it just by subscribing to the pro plan, right? So you don't need a Zapier or a Pabbly to connect this with a third party application. When you use Webhook Workflow, you're getting WhatsApp flows, which allows you to create native forms, right? So there is a difference between input flow and WhatsApp flow. With input flow, you're collecting details one by one, right? You're asking what's your first name, all those kind of things. But what if you want to collect everything at once? That's where you can use WhatsApp flow, show the form at once, collect everything at once, and then you can, send it to your CRM spreadsheet, wherever you want to send. 0% marker fees. Again, 5 team members, you can add up to 5 team members who can, chat on your behalf. You get 15,000 subscribers, right? Guys, let me tell you this, it's a decent amount of limit. A lot of people think I need to reach out to like 100,000 people. If you were reaching out to 100,000 people, you can say you will end up, first of all, you will end up spending a lot on the conversation fees, but at the same time you're making good money, because you're not getting very poor engagement rate like email. You're getting really good open rate, because you're getting 80% open rate. Please remember, right? It's not like you have reached out to thousands of people and only 10 people have seen. No, you reached out to 1,000 people and 800 people saw your messages. So your open rates are as high as 80%, and your conversion rates are as high as 8 times that you would get on email or SMS or any other channel, right? So if you're reaching out to 15,000 people, it's a decent amount of subscribers that you get. Again, if you want to reach out to more people, you can always delete those 15,000 people, upload more 15,000 people. If you want to reach out to more people, just think about it. How many customer would you be able to speak to in a month, and based on that you can pick your package. Now for those enterprise clients, like we have a couple of enterprise clients as well, uh, who wants more subscriber, more team members, that comes as an add-on fees. Now I know you guys might be curious to know the pricing, and for that you have to tell us how many team members you need and how many subscribers you would need. And this is where I would again take you to this uh, talk to expert, right? So if you have any doubts about the pricing and anything about the custom plan for your team, you can talk to our WhatsApp expert, right? Scan this QR code or go to whatchimp.com/talk dash to dash expert, or just messages talk to expert on our number. You can go through any 3 of these steps. You can connect with a WhatsApp expert who's going to help you out with a custom package as per your need. So you take your time to scan this QR code. Meanwhile, I'm just going to take some of your question. And before that, like I said, you're getting a special price today, which means if you lock in the special price right now, you stay with this price for forever. You don't have to pay. If we are raising the price in the future, you're logged in with the early bird price. So what we are going to do is we're going to put a link in the chat where you can go ahead, subscribe to the plan right now, and get immediately started with it. You don't even have to think about this because everything is automated. The moment you subscribe for the plan, you will get a onboarding checklist. You will get the onboarding material which you can use yourself. Give it to your team members. If let's say you're the marketing managers, you are the CEO or the founder who's watching this video, what you're going to do is subscribe to the plan. You get immediate access to the onboarding portal that you give access to your team members, and they start connecting your number. They can learn about how they can launch their first campaign, build a chatbot just like how I showed you. And all of these, like the tutorials that I'm talking about, are going to be like mini tutorials, not more than 5 minutes long, because I don't want you to watch another webinar or other course to, let's say, launch your another broadcast campaign, right? You just need a quick 5 minutes tutorial on how to connect my number, how to upload my subscriber, how to broadcast to these people, and how to build a simple basic chatbot for my business, right? All of these covered in a single onboarding portal, with a place to raise a support ticket, with a place to, ask any sort of questions to us on WhatsApp. Let me just actually take you to the onboarding portal itself. Right? That would be best to,
Hey, Anand, before you do that, a lot of people asking what is the price in INR, in Indian rupees?
yeah. So I mean, have the exact handy. What you can do is $12. Just convert that in INR, but I think it would be roughly
It's it's
thousand
roughly
rupees.
thousand,
Yeah,
yeah,
roughly
thousand
thousand.
rupees per month,
Yeah,
which will be billed annually around 12,000 rupees that you'll pay for the basic. And for the pro, it is around 2,500 per month, so close to 30,000 rupees that you'll be paying annually.
yep, yep. So yeah,
Will I
so
end up paying? I have more
mhm,
questions on the GST. Is
GST.
it including GST or is it without GST?
No, like you have to pay GST. Okay, so when you're paying to us, to WhatChimp, we are a US based company. You don't pay any GST, which means you only pay $12. Billed annually, and there's no additional 18% GST that you have to pay. Right? There's nothing
Mhm,
additional that you have to pay because we are a US
mhm.
company.
Do you also have monthly options apart from annually? Do you have monthly, quarterly, or
We do have
half
monthly
yearly
options.
options?
Yes. No, we don't have a half yearly or a quarterly options as of now. We have only monthly and annual pricing. So monthly pricing is for the basic plan. The monthly pricing is $20 per month, which would cost you roughly around 1,700 rupees a month. If you convert it into INR for all the international customers, it is only $20 a month. And if you commit to the annual plan, you're getting for straight 40% discount, right? You're not paying for the next how much, you can say 4 to 5 months, right? I would say 4 or 5 months, yeah, roughly like that. You're not paying for that. So for the annual commitment, you're getting $12 price billed annually, or for the monthly commitments, you're getting $20 per month, which, like I said, was 1,700 rupees. And if any point of time you want to switch from the monthly plan to annual plan, we can, switch you on a pro rata basis. So you will only be paying the difference when, let's say, you decide to switch from the basic plan to pro plan, or monthly plan to the annual plan.
Right.
Great.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
uh, I wanted to show you the onboarding portal. So let's just take you to that. If you can see my screen, you get something like this, where you get this portal. uh, this is, a quick guidance on how to access this onboarding portal. And you can see our support timings. So you can see it is Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Indian time. Our support team will get back to you in the given time. This is going to be the platform login, the YouTube videos for tutorials. You can always raise a ticket to reach out to our support, or the simplest way is you can message us on this number. This is our WhatsApp number, or you can email us. These are the channels through which you can reach our support. They will get back to you in the next 24 to 48 hours of business, working hours. Now, as a business partner, meta business partner, if your number has any sort of problem, let's say, if your messages gets restricted, limited, gets banned, or any sort of problem, we are the meta business partner who are going to reach out to Meta on behalf of you to get you the solution, right? So like I already showed you in the beginning of this call, that we get a direct access to Meta, which you as a regular customer would not have. This is the special advantage only the Meta business partner would be having. We can reach out to Meta on behalf of you and get anything sorted on your behalf. Like whether your number have some issues, whether your messages are not getting delivered, any sort of issues, you reach out to us, and our team will be able to forward this to Meta and get you a resolution as quickly as possible. And you get this kind of support only with Meta business partners. If anyone claims that they are a Meta business partner, go and verify first, right? If they are a Meta business partner, and this is very important because Meta keeps on changing their APIs. They keeps on changing lots of things, and you need a great support over here, which only a Meta business partner will be able to offer because they have a special access to the Meta team, right? And then
And
this
guys,
is
just to clarify, since you end up paying the conversation fee to Meta, there are very slight or very, very low chances that your numbers will get banned, right? I just want to clarify that. However, based on my experience, we have seen numbers getting banned only if businesses are spamming, like say they're sending out any uh, materials which is not under Meta's policies. Only at that point of time, you know they ban you. But like Anand said, however, if you feel that they have banned you, for unfair reason, please do reach us out, and we will reach out to the Meta team on behalf of you.
Yeah, we've been able to get a lot of number unblocked because sometimes Meta, again, they use AI to detect whether you're spamming or not. So for wrong reasons they might block your number, and then we can reach out to Meta on behalf of you. Again, you get this access only if you're a customer of WhatChimp. You're not going to get this if you're on the free trial, or if you're not a customer of WhatChimp. Only for the customers of WhatChimp, you get direct access to Meta via WhatChimp. And you cannot, like, if you try to reach out to the Meta support, they'll give you a regular email ID where you can keep sending emails and never get reply from them. But we, as a Meta
True,
business partner, get a special access to Meta, so that we can always reach out to them on behalf of you and get any of your problems sorted with Meta.
true, true. And just to wrap this up, if still you feel that if all these chatbot building and the whole marketing is something which is uh, very tech savvy to you, you can reach us out. We can hire us. You can hire one of our, uh, WhatsApp expert, and we will build the whole entire, chatbot for you.
Yep.
So on the same, the QR code that you guys scan, I'm also going to put the support number over here. In fact, the support number is right visible for you on the screen. Reach us out, and we can discuss further on this.
Yep. Well, like I said, the special pricing that we offer, 50% discount, is not going to remain forever. So anyone who unlock the special early bird offer, they get locked in with this price forever. And once we raise our pricing, there's no way you can get back the old pricing. Even if you tell us that, hey, we've been to your webinar, I saw the special pricing, I want a same price. I'm sorry, we cannot help. I mean, we don't give that special access to our sales team to to be able to negotiate the price on behalf of you. You're going to be paying the regular fees which every other WhatsApp customer is going to pay. This is only for the early bird customer who take action right now and subscribe for the early bird offer, get 50% discounted price, and they get it for forever. Now, like I was telling you, that on the onboarding portal, if you are a business owner, busy business owner, don't have the time to do it on your own, and you want to hire maybe a VA or a freelancer, or some you already have a team member whom you want to set it up for you, just forward this onboarding portal. You will be getting this onboarding portal after you subscribe to WhatChimp. Forward this onboarding portal. This is a step-by-step onboarding portal to first connect your number, then learn how to broadcast, and then learn how to build a chatbot, right? So everything put in the right way, organized in the right way for any of your team member to learn the fundamentals of WhatsApp marketing, get started with this as quickly as possible. And whenever you need a help, raise a ticket, reach out to us on WhatsApp. We'll be able to help you out. Now, the link is, again, like I said, the link is there on the chat. Make sure you take the action right now. Subscribe for the early bird offer. You get the special price. You get logged in with this price for forever, right? This is like a lifetime deal for you. We raise the price, but for all the early bird action takers, the price remain the same. It never changes. And if you want to talk to our expert, just scan this QR code, fill the form. It'll take you to your WhatsApp. Fill the form and ask whatever, because I know you, like, we've got a lot of, I can still see some of the questions that we were not able to answer because of the limited amount of time. We already spent a good amount of time on this webinar today. But if you want to talk to one on one to one of our WhatsApp experts, just scan the QR code, get in touch with them, and we should be able to help you out. Perfect. Gopu, any final before we conclude the webinar today?
I guess we have covered everything. However, guys, please reach us out if you have any other questions. Our support team is available for you Monday to Friday. We work during 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. IST. So any point of time, even during the onboarding, if you have any doubts or if you need any help, you need a helping hand, please reach us out. My team will help you out with it.
Great, great.
And definitely, I'm looking forward to work with you guys. And yeah, I guess that's it.
Before we end this call, I just want to tell you that anyone who's going to subscribe to WhatChimp will never have regrets on the pricing, because I know most of the people are very conscious about getting value for money, and that's what we care about. We have the least churn rate for our subscribers right now, only because we offer best value for money at the price that you get at WhatChimp. No commission, nothing. Like, it's a 0% commission right now on WhatsApp, and the special pricing that you're getting, it's only for the early birds. So take action as early as you can, because once the early bird offer is gone, it's gone forever. We are not, even if you reach out to our sales team, I'm sorry, they won't be able to help you with the special pricing that I've shown you today. So yeah, make a decision, and I'm really looking forward to work with you all once you're inside of the platform. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining this call today. Feel free to reach out to our WhatsApp expert. I'm looking forward to onboard you all this year, and have a great day. Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. See you. See you. Thank you.